NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in the NCAC. I'm your host, Brett Billhart. On this week's show, we'll take a look back at all the action from across the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, February the 10th. We'll open this week's show with a brief preview of the 2013 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships, which will begin this Wednesday and run through Saturday evening at the C.T. Brandon Natatorium in Canton, Ohio. The Denison men's and women's squads are the four-time defending conference champions, as each team has edged out perennial league power Kenyon in each of the past 4 seasons. On the men's side, Denison is the only team to have defeated Kenyon at the NCAC meet, as the Lords have won 23 league titles all time. DU is also the only squad to have edged out Kenyon in the women's competition, as the ladies have also captured 23 league crowns all time, including winning the league's first 19 titles. This year's conference meet will feature swimmers and divers from 37 states, Washington, D.C., and 11 countries. The countries represented are the United States, Bermuda, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Ecuador, Egypt, India, New Zealand, Thailand, and Zambia. The meet will open on Wednesday evening with the women's 3-meter diving competition beginning at 7 p.m. For each of the next 3 days, preliminary sessions will begin at 10 a.m. with the final slated to start at 6:30 p.m. For more information on the 2013 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships, including a complete team-by-team preview, you can visit the championship website, which is located in the left-hand column of each gender's homepage on the NCAC website. Let's now shift our attention to the track and recognize our Athlete of the Week award winners for indoor track and field. First, for the men, the weekly award for distance and middle distance events went to Allegheny Junior Bobby Over, who finished 7th overall and first among Division III competitors in the 5,000-meter run with a school record time of 14:25:50 at the Grand Valley State Big Meet. The Men's Weekly Award for Sprint and Hurdle events went to Ohio Wesleyan sophomore Matt Hunter. While competing at the All-Ohio Championships at Otterbein University, Hunter finished 3rd in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 8.45 seconds and ran a leg on the winning 4x200-meter relay that finished with a time of 1:30:39. The final Men's Weekly Award for field events went to Denison freshman Wallace Branch, who placed 3rd in the triple jump at the All-Ohio meet with a leap of 44 feet, 3 1/4 inches. The first Women's Weekly Award for distance and middle distance events went to Kenyon freshman Natalie Plick, who took 1st in the mile at the All-Ohio meet as she broke the tape with a school record time of 5:04:73. Denison Junior Tiffany Davis garnered the weekly award for sprint and hurdle events after finishing 2nd in both the 60 and 200-meter dash events at the All-Ohio meet. She crossed the line in a time of 7.92 seconds in the 60 and posted a time of 25:89 in the 200. And the final Women's Weekly Award for field events went to Ohio Wesleyan senior Emily Ambergy. Ambergy finished 2nd in both the high jump and the long jump at the All-Ohio meet. She cleared 5 feet 6 inches in the high jump and registered a leap of 17 feet, 5 1/2 inches in the long jump. NCAC indoor track and field squads continue action this weekend, with numerous teams traveling to Gambier, Ohio on Saturday for the Kenyon College Classic. We'll close out this week's show by breaking down action from the hardwood, as both the men's and women's NCAC seasons enter the final week of regular season competition. The Worcester men's squad has clinched its 15th league title all time after the Fighting Scots took down Ohio Wesleyan and Wittenberg to up its league record to 13-1. As league champions, the Fighting Scots have clinched the number 1 seed in the 2013 NCAC men's basketball tournament, which is scheduled to begin with quarterfinal matchups on Tuesday, February 19th. While Worcester has claimed the top seed, the remaining 7 seeds are still up for grabs heading into the final week of the regular season. Ohio Wesleyan currently maintains sole possession of second place at 10-4, while Wittenberg stands alone in third at 8-6, and Denison, DePaul, and Kenyon are deadlocked in a race for the fourth position with identical 7-7 records against league foes. In addition, Wabash sits in 7th at 6-8, Hiram is 8th at 5-9, Oberlin is 9th at 4-10, and Allegheny is 10th at 3-11. NCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week accolades went to Worcester junior guard Doug Thorpe, who led the Fighting Scots on the week with 34 points after shooting 43% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc, and 92% from the charity stripe. Thorpe tallied 14 in the 74-67 comeback overtime win over Ohio Wesleyan on Wednesday, and then posted his third 20-point performance of the season in the Scots' title-clinching 75-71 victory over arch-rival Wittenberg on Saturday. NCAC men's basketball action continues this week with numerous marquee matchups on the slate. On Wednesday, Denison will travel to Kenyon, and DePaul will host Wittenberg, while Saturday tilts feature Denison hosting Ohio Wesleyan and Worcester traveling to DePaul. Like the men, the NCAC women's basketball race will enter the final week of the regular season, with DePaul having already clinched the league title and number 1 seed for the second consecutive season in the upcoming NCAC women's basketball tournament. The final week of the women's season will go a long way into determining the final league standings, as Kenyon currently sits alone in second at 10-4, with Allegheny and Denison deadlocked in the third position with identical 8-6 records. In addition, Ohio Wesleyan and Wittenberg are tied for 5th with 7-7 records against league opponents, while Worcester is 7th at 4-10, and Hiram and Oberlin fight for the 8th and final spot in the league tournament with identical 3-12 records. The NCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week honor went to Worcester senior center Jessica Wingen, who helped guide the Fighting Scots to back-to-back league wins last week over Ohio Wesleyan and Wittenberg. On the week, Wingen averaged a double-double with 12.5 points and 11.5 rebounds to go along with 6 block shots and 1 assist. In the 71-65 win over arch-rival Wittenberg on Saturday, Wingen tallied 21 points and 13 rebounds. And as on the men's side, there are numerous contests on the schedule this week with tournament seeding implications on the line. Marquee matchups on Wednesday include Oberlin hosting Denison, Worcester traveling to Allegheny, and Ohio Wesleyan hosting Kenyon, while Saturday tilts include Wittenberg hosting Ohio Wesleyan, Allegheny traveling to Kenyon, and Hiram entertaining Denison. NCAC basketball fans, be sure to tune in to next week's show as we will officially unveil the brackets for the 2013 NCAC men's and women's basketball tournaments. And as always, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can log on to our website at www.northcoast.org. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. And for the entire conference staff, I'm Brett Billhart, and thanks for watching.